So I'm moving. And I'm not moving anywhere. Or maybe I'm moving everywhere. I don't know. One or the other. I don't know what I'm doing at all with anything. So I've been putting off this video for a long time. Mainly because I don't really know what to say, but I figure that a video is a little more digestible than me writing a long Facebook post, and I always feel like I'm interrupting feeds, so if you're watching and you care about what I'm doing, thank you. I don't even know where to start, but I mean, I'm in love with my apartment. I'm so happy I moved here. I'm in Minneapolis. I came for school, and then afterwards I expected to get, you know, the corporate job that everyone expected that I would get, or that I just saw all my friends getting, and I applied to places, got rejected, didn't get responses. I interviewed and I didn't like the positions, and so eventually I decided that that just wasn't what I wanted to do. So I ended up getting an apartment in Bloomington here where I am now. I think it served its purpose. It's just time for me to go, but I started apartment searching here in the cities again, and with everything going on, there's not really a neighborhood that I want to live in. It doesn't really make sense for me to stay right now. Like, if there's no career path that I see starting here for me, and every single person I've ever talked to, particularly in the corporate world, networking, everyone, I'm like, what did you wish you did before getting this job? Or like, what is something you would recommend that I do? And it has always been travel. Every single answer that I've ever gotten from anyone is, oh, I wish I would have gone to this country before I had kids, or I wish I would have done this before I had a house. And that has like stuck with me, and it kept coming up. And that's all I want to do. Like, I want to see the country. So that is what I'm going to do. I've made a plan. I still need to trade in my car. I'm probably going to join the Subaru gang. I'm planning to road trip the country starting the end of July, I think. I'm making loose plans because, you know, COVID is messing with everything. The current plan, I have a ticket booked to visit my friend Carly over in Italy for the month of May. So fingers crossed that that works and that the countries are open enough and that things go well for that. But I'm planning to go there for the month of May, move back to Mobridge for the month of June, be in my friend Ellie's 1-year anniversary wedding. So excited to see her and excited to go to the Black Hills. And then I have a family reunion in July that I will be out in the hills for too. So I can kind of start the adventure with family and go from there. The loose plan is to go west through the Tetons, maybe Montana, make my way to Seattle, down the coast of California. If California is all open and well, we'll see where that goes. But if not, then I'll avoid California and go to the parks. Like, I have such a loose plan. Everyone has had to figure out how to pivot and change their plans on a dime. So the whole outline for this trip is very, very vague. But I'm planning to just camp out of my car in between visiting friends and family. So if you have ever met me, or especially family, you will probably get a phone call. If you've ever vaguely mentioned that I should come visit you sometime, I hope you weren't kidding, because I might be calling you depending on where I'm at. I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited for something since moving to Minneapolis for college. I'm literally shaking. But I've gotten a lot of questions about my little shop that I started. It was like a thrifting, upcycling shop that I did through Instagram for a little bit, and then I have a Shopify website, destinationxunknown.com. I'm still sticking with that name for everything that I'm doing, and I chose that name in particular because it can go with anything. So it also works for travel, which I will be sharing because why not? And I want to document it for myself. So again, if you feel like following along, maybe like YouTube channel, I'm not sure. With my little shop, I am planning to discount things, but I'm trying to sell a lot of what I own, of everything from the shop, a lot of stuff from my closet. For my birthday, before I leave, I'm planning to do kind of a birthday party rummage sale. I don't know, something new, but sounds fun, and have friends over, and the friends in my pod that I've been in contact with, no worries, I'm not throwing a rager or anything. Any knickknacks I have, any vases, jars, coasters, everything that's all sitting around here needs to go. So I would love if you went online, if like anybody, if you like a t-shirt, even if there's something that's out of your price range for any reason, I don't know, if you want to text me and say, hey, could I get these 3 shirts for whatever, whatever. Like, I'm willing to negotiate. I just need to get rid of as much of this stuff as possible before I go, because I'm not storing it. I thought about a storage unit for a while, but in the long run it'll just be a waste of money, because anything you put in storage, if you're not using it on the daily, do you really need it? Probably not. So my parents are going to kindly come help me move. I hope they're still doing that. Taking the furniture that they helped me with and some of the pieces that I still want to keep just in case, but I will be selling a couple of the big pieces that I have. And my sister is a rock star, opening her own hair salon in Watertown, and is going to take some of my plants, my plant collection, my babies, to keep them alive for me while I'm gone. And then my mom is taking some stuff, and Brooke is gonna put some stuff in her house too. But other than that, I'm hoping that everything else I have, if I'm keeping anything, will fit into my little closet at home and be used otherwise. Like, I would rather have the things I have be used by somebody than sit somewhere. So that's the goal. That was such a quick rundown of what I'm doing. I'll go into more detail eventually, but I just wanted to throw this out there and let people know what I'm doing. So if you do get a message from me in the next few months, feel free to reach out. I don't know what I'm doing at all with anything. I am watching endless YouTube videos, reading blogs, research, any travel advice you have, any hiking and camping advice for sure. I would love, when I travel through certain states that I don't have contacts in, I plan to post and hopefully get responses from anyone that's willing, of like family, friends of friends, cousins, whoever. Even if I can just park in a driveway just to know that I'm in a safe spot, I'd appreciate that. I think I've also been avoiding this video because once I post it, I know I'm gonna get messages from concerned friends and family, but I promise I'm doing my best to protect myself and doing the research I need to do. I am also getting the COVID vaccine, so hopefully that will help with travel and being safe with staying with families and friends. There's a lot. I feel like I have researched for months. I first started looking at all of this probably in, I don't even know now, September, October, yeah, probably about then. I signed on another 6 months to live here through the winter so that I didn't have to move out in the snow and the cold. And then no apartments seemed appealing. There was just no reason to stay besides my friends. I have a lot of friends here, coworkers, love my job, but for me, there's just something missing. I feel like I'm living in a little box in an apartment by myself right now, spending an absurd amount of money on an apartment that is just keeping me here. I mean, I'm currently serving, which a lot of people know, anyone that's been in the service industry knows, can be a just rabbit hole of working to live, living to work, and just being happy with that. But I need something else, and I think this is it. And travel has been my one and only goal ever since I was fortunate enough to go to Europe in high school, and that changed my life, and that's all I've wanted to do since then. And that has been 8 years? I don't know. But this is all I want to do, and I finally realized, I mean, it is obvious, and I'm sure my grandma is probably gonna laugh at this, but you know, your life is yours, and everyone tells you that, but it's hard to realize that when there is the path that most friends and family take, where like you do graduate high school and go to college and get that corporate job. I mean, I had an internship at Target, the most corporate thing in the cities, and I got to experience that, and I am grateful that they rejected all, I don't even know, 5 applications that I sent them, because it has got me here, because I don't think that's for me. I remember seeing people that have been at their desk for 15, 20 years, and that's just not where I'm at in my life. I don't see myself doing that. I want to work remotely for whoever I do work for, or work for myself somehow. I don't know, figure that out. But everything is up in the air right now, and I keep saying I don't know what I'm doing, but I've also done a lot of research, so I do have a general idea of what I'm doing. It's just really hard to articulate that. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing or planning on doing, please reach out. I love chatting about it. I have been by myself in my apartment researching for months. So if you have any questions or have any advice, please, I welcome any advice and I will do my best to answer whatever questions you have. I'm so excited to share this. I hope it inspires people to get out and see our country. I guess I always thought about going abroad and backpacking and doing something like that, but our country is so beautiful and there's so many places I haven't been. I haven't done national parks. I mean, our country is huge. So I'm looking forward to going and experiencing all of that. So comment your favorite places to go, things you think I should see, people I should meet or be in contact with, anything really. I appreciate anything. Thanks for watching the video. This is my first time in front of a camera, which is, they say it's hard to talk to a camera and they're right. Like, how hard could it be? But when you're talking by yourself in a room, it's really, really weird. It'll get better. I will do my best to get better anyway. All right, anywho, until then, I'll be here with my plant babies while I have them and figuring out how to downsize my entire life, which isn't much, granted, I just came from college, but still, it's hard to get rid of things sometimes, but I'll get used to it. Talk soon.